And this idea, really has been talked about for a long time. My predecessor, the late Senator Kahele, had proposed a somewhat similar idea several years ago that working with the previous administration, Mayor Billy Kinoy's administration, they created a Banyan Drive Hawaii Redevelopment Authority to help look at and really focus on Banyan Drive and the revitalization of Banyan Drive and how we move forward to help build new hotels and to help invigorate the economy in Banyan Drive. So that committee was formed, and they've been working for about 2 years now. They've held a series of meetings. Great people on that committee. Conceptual designs created for Banyan Drive. I like what I see. But I think the sense from everyone is that, in my opinion, the HRA was going to hit a ceiling, a glass ceiling, that it wasn't going to be able to penetrate. And the two problems I foresee is lack of funding and not being able to control the leases. Now, why are the leases important? The leases are important because the state of Hawaii is the majority landowner in East Hawaii. From Banyan Drive to the Kaneohea Industrial Association, or Kaneohea Industrial Area, University of Hawaii, Hilo, Wailoa State Park, Wailoa Estuaries, the waterways, Bayfront, the Hilo International Airport, the Hilo Pier, all of that is all state land. So no matter what plan we came up with, no matter what beautiful conceptual designs we came up with, no matter what the county and the HRA did, you would still have to go back to the state of Hawaii, back to the land board, back to DLNR, and ask, can we do this? Can we get a lease? And I view that as one of the underlying problems, not just with the HRA, but here in East Hawaii. We don't control our own destiny. And the Hilo Community Economic District controls its own destiny because it's made up of members from this community, just like the HRA was. But it falls under the Hawaii Community Development Authority, and it has the statutory power of the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism, whose sole job is to look at economic development and how to bring tourism back and how to help businesses thrive. That's not the role of DLNR. And that is the concept that was born about 3 to 6 months ago. Now, for me personally, it struck a chord right before Christmas when a close friend of mine that I went to high school with sold his house, packed up his wife and his kids, and moved to Las Vegas. And when I asked him, why are you moving? Kids go to Kamehameha, lived in Keao, had a great job, ran a small business here on this island, delivering packages all over the island. And when he told me why he was moving, he said, I really don't feel like there's anything here for my kids, a future for my kids. My business is struggling, the economy is struggling, it's tough to make ends meet, and I see more opportunity on the mainland. And he left. And that's when I knew we had to do something. If we don't invest in our economy, if we don't have a master plan, if we don't have a long-range vision, but also the statutory power to control those things, to control the leases, to utilize the revenue from the leases, to help fund our infrastructure and our roads and our parks and create beautiful, clean beaches that promote healthy lifestyles. Clean up Wailoa State Park so it's a place that families can go to and feel safe and have parties and feel safe during the day and feel safe at night. Have a Banyan Drive we can be proud of, We used to have 5 or 6 747s that used to fly into Hilo Airport in the 1980s. They don't come anymore. We used to have FedEx that used to fly into Hilo to fly cargo out of an MD-11 3-4 times a week. They don't come anymore. We have a $15 million cargo facility, brand new, built by the previous administration at the airport right now that is underutilized. It has one tenant, the Department of Agriculture. We get 225,000 cruise ship passengers that get off cruise ships at the Hilo Pier. And their first welcome to Hilo is dodging 40-foot containers and Young Brothers vehicles and Matson. And then they get out and they got to walk on Kanoilehua because somebody said downtown Hilo is 3 miles away. There's other avenues for them to move around as well. But you can't tell me you don't see, and everyone in this town does not see cruise ship passengers walking on that highway. It's an embarrassment. And we need to do better. And if we don't do anything, then I really feel like this economy will continue to be stagnant. This island has the highest unemployment rate in the state. We have not recovered from the closure of the sugar plantations. And it was a call to action. It was a sense of urgency for myself, Representative Mark Nakashima, Senator Lorraine Inouye, Representative Richard Onishi, Representative Chris Todd, and the entire Hawaii Island legislative team that got together and said, we need to do something, and we need to do something now. And the Hilo Community Economic District is the vehicle that can unlock that potential for East Hawaii.